Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to our channel, where we dive into intriguing and thought provoking topics from the realms of entertainment, culture, and history. Today, we are delving into the mysterious and captivating world of Jane Birkin, a renowned actor and singer famous for her hauntingly beautiful performances. Join us as we explore Jane Birkin's enigmatic last speech, a moment that left both enthusiasts and casual observers intrigued. Prepare yourself for a deep dive into the life of this enigmatic artist. Before we dive into the fascinating realm of Jane Birkin's last words, let's take a moment to understand her immense contributions to the world of entertainment. France's number one modest Anglaise, the English conceived artist and entertainer Jane Birkin passed away at her home in Paris at the age of 76. The French president, Emmanuel Macron, honored Birkin, saying she epitomized opportunity and sang the most lovely words in our language. Jane Birkin was a French symbol. A total craftsman, her voice was pretty much as delicate as her responsibilities were vigorous. She grants us a tradition of melodies and pictures that won't ever leave us, Markin tweeted. Elizabeth Bourne, the top state leader, said she was a remarkable symbol with a special voice and an appeal. In France, Birkin was the little English young lady who came to Paris during the 1960s, met the amazing French artist musician Serge Gainsbourg, and with him became one of the period's most celebrated big name couples. They acquired global reputation with the sexual melody Je t'aime moi non in addition to. Birkin sang, composed, acted, and made, and was viewed in her country as a symbol of French music by her own doing. Birkin's life, aside from Gainsbourg, was a consistent experience: records, films, theater, head over heels love, and tough times. After breaking her shoulder in March 2022, she was forced to cancel May concerts in Paris. This followed one more line of drop shows after Birkin had a stroke in September of 2021. I've forever been a major confident person, and I understand that it actually takes me a short time to have the option to be in front of an audience once more and with you. At the time, she said in a statement, "I love being with you so much." She was found dead at her home in Paris, French media revealed. Birkin was brought into the world in London on December 14, 1946, to an entertainer mother and a maritime official dad. She got married to the James Bond composer John Barry when she was 17 years old, and their union lasted only 3 years. She became famous for her role in the 1966 film Blow Up. In 1968, at the age of 22, she crossed the English Channel to star in the satirical romantic comedy Slogan with Gainsborough, who was 18 years her senior. It was the beginning of a 13-year on and off screen relationship that made them France's most popular couple, at the center of attention as much for their bohemian and Epicurean way of life concerning their work. Regardless of being restricted on radio in a few nations and censored by the Vatican in light of its clearly sexual verses, their tune I Love You Nor I, delivered in February of 1969, made overall progress and arrived at number one in the UK singles diagram. Their relationship was regularly portrayed as turbulent, and Birkin allegedly wrote in her 2020 journals that there had been viciousness. Birkin threw a custard pie in Gainsborough's face during one of their arguments, at which point she launched herself into the Seine River. However, she regularly safeguarded the man with whom she turned out to be not so firmly related, including against charges by one vocalist that he was a harasser in a meeting in the Times in 2020. Due to Je t'aime, he and I became the most famous couple in a strange way, and he remained my friend until the day he died. Who could want more? Birkin told CNN in 2006. As a result, I settled in Paris. I've been taken on here. They like my intonation. Gainsbourg and Birkin were together for 12 years without getting married. In 1971, they had a little girl, Charlotte, who was an honor-winning entertainer and vocalist. They split in 1980, and Birkin found out more from ditzy film jobs to art house creations, acquiring 3 assignments at Caesars, France's Oscars, beginning with La Privateer in 1985. She showed up in 70 or so films under the portion of France's driving chiefs, including Bertrand Tavernier, Angus Varda, Jean-Luc Godard, Alain Resnais, and James Ivory. A portion of her most renowned acting credits incorporated the 1966 wrongdoing satire Kaleidoscope, a 1970 transformation of Agatha Christie's Passing on the Nile, and the 1982 Secret Malicious Under the Sun. Gainsbourg continued to compose songs for her, including Les Dés Chic, which depicts the use of lingerie to cover up a troubled relationship. "It's the most gorgeous melody about partition you might at any point have," Birkin said in a 1918 meeting. Her most memorable kid, Kate Barry, a design photographic artist who worked for Vogue, died in 2013 at the age of 46. Birkin had another girl, the vocalist Lou Doylin, from her 13-year relationship with Chief Jacques Doylin. Past film, her heritage incorporates being the name behind the Hermes Birkin tote, which was sent off in 1984. It was supposedly brought into the world after a discussion among Birkin and the Hermes CEO Jean-Louis Dumas on a departure from Paris to London, on which they examined that it was so hard to track down a sack that could satisfy Birkin's requirements as a mother of two. She was made an OBE in 2001 for her administrations to acting and English-French social relations. The Portishead artist Beth Gibbons said, "It breaks my heart to learn of Jane Birkin's passing. She was such a beautiful, kind, and giving individual. She was perhaps of the most pleasant individual I've worked with and consistently caused me to feel so calm." Franz Ferdinand's lead singer, Alex Caprano, stated, "She was a genuine symbol, yet additionally beguiling, delicate, and entertaining. To have the option to perform and record with her was a complete honor. I last saw her perform at the Hotel de Ville in Paris a year prior, and she was still as supernatural as could be expected." On Sunday, Rosalind Bachelot, the former Minister of Culture in France, told the French television station BFM, "This takeoff is so miserable. She was a delightful individual." Now, let's transition to the focal point of our discussion, the mysterious last speech of Jane Birkin. Delivered during a private gathering of close friends, this speech took place just days before the charismatic artist's tragic and untimely passing. "Not much music left inside us for life to dance to. Our youth has gone to ends of the earth to die in the silence of the truth. And where, I ask you, can a man escape to, where he hasn't enough madness left inside him? The truth is an endless death agony. The truth is death. You have to choose death or lies." Jane Birkin's last speech. As we delve into the fragments of Jane Birkin's last speech, we must approach this subject with sincere respect for the artist and her memory. These words, described by witnesses as deeply introspective and chilling, signify a departure from Birkin's typical ethereal and poetic expressions. Some have even described her tone as haunting, filled with a hint of foreboding. It has been recounted that Birkin ambiguously hinted at a connection between her own life and the character she portrayed throughout her career. The lingering impact of Jane Birkin's final speech can hardly be overstated. It has endured as a captivating enigma, sparking endless discussions and interpretations within the artist community and fans alike. Some speculate her words reveal prophecies of her own demise, while others suggest they offer poignant insights into the essence of personal identity and the creative spirit. Furthermore, the emotive power of Birkin's last speech has continued to inspire contemporary artists over various media. Musicians have composed haunting melodies, filmmakers have sought to capture the essence of her words on screen, and writers have dedicated pages upon pages to dissecting her cryptic address. Birkin's influence reverberates through generations, proving the enduring power of her artistry. As we bring our exploration of Jane Birkin's peculiar last speech to an end, we are left with more questions than answers. However, what we can assert with confidence is that this utterance transcends mere words. It illuminates the indomitable spirit of an artist who grappled with life's complexities, leaving an indelible mark on those who encountered her talent. We hope you found this deep dive into Jane Birkin's world intriguing and thought-provoking. Stay tuned for more captivating topics that will propel you into the realms of art, culture, and history. Until then, remember, true artists like Birkin remind us that the most profound beauty often lies in the shadows. Take care, and see you next time.